Chris Jericho, requested by Alex. He's like in a suit. I think this is like, I know he's a wrestler, but he's a different costume when he's wrestling. I think this is like from his band or something. He looks like Meatloaf. So, like a young Meatloaf. Landscape page, like a trim young Meatloaf. No offense, Mr. Jericho. So, landscape page, pencil eraser, hit pause, we'll go too fast. 3/4 pose, right? Head kind of tilted. So we're going to start with his eye this way, head up here. So we'll go sort of a curved sort of top eyelid. Something like that. And then his bottom eyelid kind of comes along under here, down to his tear duct in there. And I'll just thicken up his eyelash area. And then we have small iris and pupil just in here. And his tear duct is like in there somewhere. Right, so his top eyelid line, pretty close to here. He's got some sort of wrinkle eye lines just there. And then an eyelid coming along and down. And then maybe some dots and dashes just along there. Bags under his eyes, maybe. Okay, so we got an eyebrow just above here. Down as far as those sort of eye wrinkles, maybe. Like so. His other eye is behind his nose, right? And he's got a big nose, kind of curvy. So we go down for the bridge, and this hits his eyebrow up here. So kind of his eyebrow kind of joins his nose line. Right, and then his other eye is kind of in behind the nose area here. So in here, small. It comes back into there, kind of a broken line. His iris and pupil kind of up here again. Then maybe an eyelid line coming over, and then bags underneath his eyes and some wrinkles there. Right, nose, big nose. Then a nostril there. He has a wide nose. tip of his nose is like there somewhere. And then we can see the skin of his nostril just along the other side of the nose. Like maybe a shadow just for the nostril in there. Kidoki. Noses can be hard, and sometimes people like to draw more of the nose, but like once you get the nostrils in and the tip, you just need kind of like a little bit of how it connects to his eyebrows, really. I wouldn't draw much more. It can look weird if you draw too much. And so we got like a kind of like a cheek line. He's kind of smiling. Coming down from there. And then his mouth sort of starts underneath his pupil, like vertically underneath it. And then this sort of smiling sort of mouth line then dips down in the middle. Like that. Sort of a small smile. It's like slightly curves up in the corner. And then his bottom lip is kind of thin. And then his top lip there, and maybe curve on his lip there. You can see a bit of his chin, right? So it's kind of like, it's got like a curved line just underneath his bottom lip. And then it looks like, does he have a scar on his chin? I'm not sure, but I'll draw in a strong enough chin and jaw. So we're in 3/4, right? So that means we can see like his jaw on this side and then his cheek on the other side. And in terms of proportion of things, his head is kind of tilted back. So I'd say, like this bottom of the nose to the top of his eyebrow area, it's about the same as bottom of the nose to the chin. So like here and here are about the same. And then bottom of the nose to the bottom lip is about the same as like bottom lip line, see, here to here. About the same as there to there, maybe even below the bottom lip because his bottom lip's so small. That's about the same distance. So go for his jaw. He's a pretty strong jaw. Goes this way and then curves up towards his ear. There's a little extra line there just onto his neck. Hit his ear there somewhere. And then on this side, so you get like the sort of cheek curving that way, and then the bone of his, like his eye socket area here, it goes in like so. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, so forehead curves around like that, and he could have some sort of like forehead lines and things, just wrinkles on his forehead here. So his hairline, he's got like that classic sort of rocker, so zigzag lines going this way and around there. And then long flowing hair sort of comes over his ear, which is in line with his nose. Like your earlobe usually like lines up with your nose, if you take into account like the way his head is tilted and stuff. So see, and his hair just comes down over, but we can see some ear lines sort of. Got a big sideburn there. And then we'll try some long flowing hair. So say like he's got like some that like spike out that way and comes down here. All right. So this is all just like his fringe and stuff. My kids are talking in the hall. Sorry about that. I'm getting an office outside soon, I swear. It's like some texture under here. And then I think we just keep going with this. Flowing. Right, kind of like this, and there's probably a bit that goes over his shoulder as well, but he's got real wide shoulders, and there's some over this side. So let's maybe go this way first. Like, curve them this way, and then we'll put some like textures. Right, so real wide neck, bodybuilder, muscly type neck. Looks like, yeah, like Art.Simple would be sort of there. And then he's just like got a bare-chested suit jacket, rocking a suit jacket with no shirt. That's like the suit side, and then we got like his chest muscles. The center line for his chest comes this way, and then up there and around. Right. Then big wide shoulder, suit jacket, coming down there. And maybe this way. And then the other side. Okay. There's all details on the suit, but Alex said I didn't have to draw them. Thank you, my brother. Thank you. There's like, it looks like flowers. So, but he said you don't have to do that. I was like, thank you. Details like that can like double the length of a drawing. Okay, Chris Jericho. Hope it's helpful. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.